So we have a movie in 2021 that has Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds, The Rock being the stoic, tough guy, and Gal Gadot just enjoying life. This movie is Red Notice from the year 2021, and I got here and review it because I just saw it, and you know what? It's a fun heist movie for Netflix. What's up, world? Welcome to the episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. And what's Movie Breakdowns? A movie review series looking at new and old movies. Give them a grade 8 through up, plus or minus a do count. And if it's a movie you want to review, let me know. Please put in the comment section below and I get to as best I can. I also have a Patreon, patreon.com/Ali Zakka. For $2 a month, you get a cut in front of everybody. Any requests want me to do, it gets done immediately because you're paying for my services. And you get much more stuff like trade reaction, trade reviews, and much more stuff on the Patreon. Now, let's go ahead and get into today's episode of 2021's Red Notice. So Red Notice just came out on Netflix, so I guess at the time of this recording, but at this point when you get on YouTube and Facebook, it's gonna be months from now when this movie came out. And what it's about is a heist movie. You have a guy The Rock is playing called John, who is trying to capture Ryan Reynolds' character, and when he finally captured him, they find out that there's this egg that Ryan Reynolds has, and this egg is part of 3 pieces, and the 3 eggs come together to pretty much earn a bunch of money for them. And there's pretty much a search to find the other 2 eggs, and Gal Gadot is also trying to race and beat them to the egg. The last egg, I should say, because the second one gets found. This is a spoiler review because this movie really, a lot of stuff happens, and to be honest, you can go watch on Netflix now. Like, if you just go watch it, it's pretty much just a heist movie where you have 3 golden eggs and it's a chase to find the last egg. That is what the movie Red Notice is about, and how you get Red Notice. Red Notice is for the world's most dangerous criminals, the world's most wanted criminals, and Ryan Reynolds was one of them. And then kind of find out, you know, Gal Gadot is another one, and The Rock is trying, clear his name and then stop both of them. But in order to clear his name, he needs to team up with Ryan Reynolds to stop Gal Gadot. That is pretty much Red Notice in a nutshell. And for the most part, it's a cheesy, goofy action heist movie that, you know what? I had fun watching it. Is it one of the best movies out there? No, it's not. I think, to be honest, if it wasn't for Gal Gadot, like literally acting like she enjoyed life, The Rock being The Rock, and Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds, this movie wouldn't work. This movie would not work. The CGI in the movie is not that good. It has really low budget CGI. There's a scene in the beginning of the movie where they step out of the car and you're like, this background CGI. They literally just stepped out of a car. This background does not need to be CGI. They're not in a future area. They're literally present day. And yeah, but all the tropes you have, like you have the reading, the background, what's going to happen at the beginning of the movie, this is Spain or this is London screen with a giant wording on the screen. And there's times in the movie where characters like Ryan Reynolds himself points out stuff that's happening in the movie that like the audience themselves be like, that doesn't make sense. Ryan Reynolds does it himself. He'd be like, that doesn't make sense at all. What the? Or you have characters that show up out of nowhere and then disappear for a long period of time. They come back and show up. And just weird shenanigans, crazy shenanigans happen. But then there's certain time where continuity in the movie does make sense. Things set up in the movie, you're like, oh, and it plays out at the end where you're like, I should have paid attention to that more. Or, I saw that, I should have kind of paid attention to that more. Oh, this setup. Okay, I like little tricks and tips they did there. But then there's crazy stuff where like, there's a bull and The Rock fights a bull and you're just like, okay, Brahma Bull, I get it, WWE, whatever. But it's fun. It's a fun Netflix movie. Like, it's It's at the end of the day, it's a really good movie. No, it is. It is definitely not the greatest action movie out there, but it's a good popcorn flick that you can throw on. I think everybody will enjoy it. The jokes in there you'll find yourself laughing at, but then there's certain times you'll be like, what the heck is going on here? Hold on, pause. This doesn't make sense to me. And then the character be like, pause. There's literally a point in the movie where Ryan Reynolds and I both said the same exact words at the same exact time. On cue. Like the scene happened, I said, oh shit. And then Ryan Reynolds at the same time goes, oh shit. And I was like, this movie definitely knows for a fact that it's ridiculous. It's out of hand. And you get a bunch of different stuff that happens. You're like, this is just for plot convenience. Of course, he breaks, a watch and then this pops up. Of course, they get the argument at the scene because there are two people who don't get along with each other. And, oh, look, we found the hidden maze that we're supposed to go into. Like, it's done before. It's just a fun action flick that's popcorn flick. And really, if Ryan Reynolds wasn't in the movie, if The Rock wasn't in the movie, and Gal Gadot wasn't in the movie, this movie wouldn't be that great of a movie. It wouldn't be, or I should say, that good of a movie. It's not great. It's good, but it wouldn't be, fun. It would be like, whew. Okay, but because you have solid actors in this movie who can act, it works. Alright, because this is Netflix, so I don't know how much budget and how much money they're making off of this, but it is, at the time of this review, like trending on Netflix. Director and writer is Marshall Thurber. So that's the director and writer. You had Dwayne Johnson, who played John Hartley, and literally John Hartley is Dwayne Johnson in all his other movies where he's a stoic, strong character who is a little bit sophisticated in this movie. I do like the fact that made him a little sophisticated. He wasn't just all bronze. He had some brains to him. I do agree with that. Ryan Reynolds, who played Nolan Booth. Ryan Reynolds is literally Ryan Reynolds. Nolan Booth is every other Ryan Reynolds character who make the quips, who make the jokes, who kind of funny geeky kind of thing. Who try to do be cool but can't really be cool. He's not as strong as The Rock, but it works out. Gal Gadot, who plays the Bishop. Gal Gadot is having a blast in this movie. She is adding extra bits and pieces to this movie that I'm like, she is really enjoying life right now. And I'm not sure if, because the only movie I really seen her is Wonder Woman, where she has to be more of a, strong and more of a uptight person. She's not laid back. But in this movie, she is laid back, having fun. I really want to know how much fun Ryan Reynolds, The Rock, and Gal Gadot had on set, because she was having a blast. Every time she was on scene, she brought light and joy to the movie, and it was like, okay, she's really enjoying life here. Ritu Arya, who played Inspector Dawes, she was fine. She's a character who, she's the Interpol police who trying to capture Ryan Reynolds' character and also capture Gal Gadot. And there's a time in the movie where she shows up in a scene. I'm like, oh shoot, police is here. Okay, well, how this gonna play out? And then she disappears until the third act of the movie, and you're like, sure, what happened to her? And I was looking at it like, what goes on here? And then you have Chris, I'm gonna mess his name up, Diamantopoulos, who plays Soto Voss. He was threatening, just a threatening villain, really good movie villain. He was fine. The movie is an hour and 58 minutes, PG-13. I think that's solid for a time frame of this movie. I did for myself at the end genuinely want to know how this movie was going to play out, and found myself really like, okay, I enjoyed the ending of this movie. It was fine. Any other thoughts with this movie? Oh, the Red Notice, or not Red Notice, but not IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes. So Rotten Tomatoes, critics give this movie a 35%. And the audience score gave it a 92%. So it shows you that, as far as a movie goes, this movie is not that good of a movie. CGI is bad, the line delivery for certain characters, and the story's kind of just meshed together, and you're just like, what the heck? So as a movie critic, you're watching this movie, but this is not a good movie. But as a good popcorn flick action movie that has The Rock, Gal Gadot, Ryan Reynolds, it's sufficient. It's suffice. Like you're gonna enjoy this movie and have a fun time watching. You're not gonna be like, oh, flip a table and like this is a horrible movie. Like I was thoroughly entertained. It's just as a movie, it's not really that good of a movie. But the cast and crew makes it a fun movie. I literally think if you don't have Ryan Reynolds in this movie making the quips and jokes that I feel like he wrote into the movie, like for example, there's a scene where he's going downstairs and he's whistling the Indiana Jones tune. I caught that, but like how, and other people would catch that, but like did he do that on his own, or did the writer wrote like, oh, you whistle Indiana Jones? I don't think so. I think Ryan Reynolds legit added that into the movie. So I think while his charm and quips into it, it wouldn't work. Without The Rock being The Rock and being, charming and also playing off of Ryan Reynolds, I don't think it could have worked. With Gal Gadot being fun, I don't think this movie could work. I think this movie would be a worse movie if it wasn't for them. IMDb gave it a 6.4 and Metacritic gave it a 37%. So as a movie wise, it's not that strong a movie, but as a fun Netflix movie to throw on, yes. Is this a Friday night movie? Nah, it's not a Friday night movie. I wouldn't watch it more on a Friday night. Like, this movie I'm going to go see. Don't do it. Don't waste your time. Definitely save it for like a friend giving or like a day everybody just wants to sit back and relax and watch a movie. To be one of those movies. Because even like the chase scene at the beginning of the movie, you're like, okay, this doesn't make sense. But it's fun. It's a fun movie. Great in time. I'm going to grade the movie Red Notice a C-. That's a 70% for me. I feel like I followed more along with IMDb where they gave it a 6.4. I thought about giving it a D+, and I thought about giving it a regular C, but a 75%, which is the average movie. This movie, as far as the movie wise, it's not average. I think it's close, but it's not 100% average. Like, it's not 75%. And I don't give it a D+ because, which is a 69%, because of the fact that like The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot are giving, like, they're having fun and they're doing a good job with their acting in this movie. Like, I got behind the characters. Like, I was like, okay, I'm legit intrigued into the characters because their charisma makes the movie. But yeah, the CGI is bad. It's not good CGI. It's almost trash CGI. Like, it's oof. And then, like, I did find myself intrigued into, like, the betrayals and double teams, double cross and crossing each other, stuff like that. I was into that, all that kind of stuff, like the heist stuff into it, and finding yourself like, okay, I seen that set up there. I just should have followed all the way through, but I didn't. Like, I like how the movie does play with you a little bit and also doesn't take itself too seriously. So with that being said, I'm giving this movie a C-. C- for me. Because, it's just a fun action movie, but it's not the best action movie out there. It's a C- just for the three people in this movie. I think they saved it. Because if it wasn't those three, if you took out one of those three, you took out The Rock, took out Ryan Reynolds or Gal Gadot, this movie probably would fall into the D+, D status. But no, it's a C-. If you guys seen the movie Red Notice, what did you think? Please put in the comment section below. Other than that, see you guys in the next episode of Movie Breakdowns, and keep being awesome. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I really appreciate that. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. If there's a review you want me to watch or do, let me know. Please put it in the comment section below this video. Also, you want to watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns, it's right there. Just gotta click on it and you'll be able to watch it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Love y'all, and keep being awesome.